Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my channel USA Old Coins. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of old United States coins. From the shiny Lincoln pennies to rare Jefferson nickels and historic Washington quarters, each coin tells a story about America's past. These coins aren't just currency, they're tiny pieces of history, carrying the art, culture, and milestones of their era. Whether you're a collector, history enthusiast, or just curious about the value hidden in your pocket change, you're in for an exciting journey. Let's explore the stories behind these iconic coins and uncover the treasures that lie in plain sight. Top 1. The United States of America Kennedy half dollar from 1776 to 1976 is not just a coin, it's a celebration of America's 200 years of independence, a shining tribute to freedom, leadership, and legacy. It's one of those coins that connects the heart of history with the art of coinage in a way that still captures the imagination of collectors across the world. When you hold a 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half dollar, you're not just holding 50 cents, you're holding the spirit of America's bicentennial, the 200th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Every line, every detail, every shine tells a story of courage and unity. The coin honors President John F. Kennedy, whose vision and words continue to echo in the hearts of Americans. His face on this special bicentennial coin is a reminder of hope, leadership, and the American dream. The obverse, designed by Gilroy Roberts, features a proud and graceful portrait of President Kennedy. It's the same design introduced in 1964, after his tragic passing, but on the 1776 to 1976 edition, it shines with even greater meaning beneath his portrait. The dual dates 1776 to 1976 mark 2 centuries of freedom, a bold symbol of endurance and progress. It was the first time the U.S. Mint had ever replaced the date on a circulating coin with a commemorative one. Reverse of this coin was given a new, powerful design for the bicentennial celebration. Sculptor Seth G. Huntington created a scene showing Independence Hall, the birthplace of the United States, where the Declaration of Independence was signed. Above the historic building are the words United States of America, and below it, the denomination half dollar. Every detail, from the old brickwork to the clock tower, was carefully sculpted to remind us where the American journey began. These coins were minted in both copper-nickel clad and 40% silver compositions. The silver versions, produced in special collector sets, gleam with a rich, bright tone that captures the spirit of the nation's 200th birthday. Millions of these half dollars were struck, but only a few rare varieties and minting errors have made certain examples incredibly valuable. That's where the real treasure lies for collectors. Among these rare varieties are coins struck with double die obverse, where the words "In God We Trust" or "Liberty" show slight doubling under magnification. Such coins are rare and sought after for their unique look. Even more fascinating are the coins struck on silver planchets with proof-like surfaces, yet accidentally released into circulation. These coins, gleaming brighter than regular ones, are a rare find and a collector's dream. Some Kennedy half dollars from the bicentennial year even show off center strikes or die cracks, turning what might seem like minting mistakes into valuable collector's pieces. Collectors especially love the 1776 to 1976 mint mark coins made in San Francisco. These were struck with high precision, and proof versions feature a deep mirror finish that gives Kennedy's portrait a stunning contrast. There were also special collector's sets made for the bicentennial that included the quarter, half dollar, and dollar coins, all featuring the dual date and unique reverse designs. These sets remained favorites among numismatists. The Kennedy half dollar had already become a coin of deep emotional connection to the American people, and the bicentennial edition only deepened that bond. It wasn't just a coin, it was a keepsake, a symbol of pride, and a piece of the nation's 200-year journey. Families kept them in drawers, coin albums, and frames as reminders of that monumental year. For children of that era, finding one in change felt like touching history itself, and today, it still sparks that same feeling among collectors. Over the years, pristine examples in mint condition have become increasingly hard to find, especially those with sharp details, perfect luster, and no signs of wear. Grading services now award top values to flawless bicentennial Kennedy half dollars, especially Those struck in silver and preserved untouched for decades, the silver proofs, when found in deep cameo condition, with frosted designs and mirror-like backgrounds, are particularly admired and valuable. And then there are those extremely rare minting errors. Coins struck on wrong planchets, double-struck examples, or proof coins mistakenly sent into circulation, all of which command staggering prices at auction. The 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar is more than just a celebration, it's a bridge between the founding of the nation and its modern strength. It reminds us of the courage of the Revolution, the wisdom of leadership, and the continuing story of a nation built on liberty. Holding one is like holding a piece of the American journey. From the ink of the Declaration to the gleam of the coin, collectors around the world continue to seek the rarest examples, and every year, new discoveries emerge, hidden gems found in old collections or family treasures rediscovered after decades. Even though millions were made, only a few stand out, those struck in perfect condition or on the wrong planchet, carrying the mysterious beauty of a minting anomaly. And one such extraordinary 1776 to 1976 United States of America Kennedy half-dollar, a rare silver-proof error preserved in flawless condition, has been sold for an astounding $260,000. If you have a Kennedy half-dollar from the bicentennial year, take a close look. Your coin might hold more than just history, it might hold a fortune. Share your coins in the comments below, and we'll help you uncover their story and value. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video so we can bring you more amazing stories about rare and valuable coins from America's rich past. Top 2. The United States of America Kennedy half-dollar from 1971 is one of those fascinating coins that carries both history and mystery in its gleaming surface. It marks the beginning of a new chapter for American coinage, while honoring one of the most beloved presidents in U.S. history, John F. Kennedy. When you hold a 1971 Kennedy half-dollar in your hand, you're touching a symbol of change, hope, and the end of an era. It was the first year the U.S. Mint produced these coins without any silver, making it a major turning point for the half-dollar series. Before 1971, Kennedy half-dollars were struck in 40% silver. But with rising silver prices, the Mint decided to move to a copper-nickel composition. That decision would make the 1971 issue both common and yet, in certain rare cases, unbelievably valuable. The obverse of the coin shows a powerful and dignified portrait of President Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. It captures Kennedy's youthful energy, courage, and the idealism that inspired millions. Above his head, the word liberty proudly stretches across the rim. Beneath his chin, the national motto "In God We Trust" is displayed with strength, and the date 1971 rests firmly below. The reverse side, designed by Frank Gasparo, features the presidential seal, an eagle with outstretched wings clutching arrows and an olive branch. Surrounding the majestic eagle are 50 stars, representing the 50 states of the nation. Every detail in this design tells the story of American pride and unity, from the shield on the eagle's chest to the rays bursting behind it. It's one of the most beautiful and symbolic reverses ever placed on a U.S. coin. In 1971, the U.S. Mint produced these half-dollars in Philadelphia and Denver for circulation, while the San Francisco Mint struck special proof coins for collectors. The Philadelphia coins carry no mint mark, the Denver coins have a small d, and the proofs from San Francisco bear the S mark. Millions were made, but that doesn't mean all are the same. In fact, hidden among these millions are a few coins that have become legends in the world of coin collecting. One of the most remarkable discoveries is the rare 1971 Kennedy half-dollar struck on a 40% silver planchet, an accidental leftover from the previous year's production. This was never supposed to happen, yet a few slipped through the Mint's quality control. These silver errors can be identified by their distinct weight, around 11.5 grams instead of the standard 11.34, and by the bright, silvery ring they produce when gently tapped. Another fascinating variety is the double die obverse, where parts of the design, such as Liberty or In God We Trust, show visible doubling under magnification. These double details make the coin exceptionally rare and desirable. Collectors are also on the lookout for proof coins with special cameo or deep cameo contrast, where Kennedy's face appears frosted and the background mirrors shine like glass. These eye-catching features greatly increase the coin's appeal. Though the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar may appear common at first glance, the key lies in its condition, composition, and subtle minting differences. The smallest detail can transform an ordinary coin into a priceless treasure. Over the years, this coin has captured the hearts of both new and experienced collectors, not just for its beauty, but for the legacy of the man it honors. Kennedy's memory, immortalized in this half-dollar, remains a symbol of hope and progress. For many Americans, finding a shiny Kennedy half-dollar in their pocket change in the 1970s was a special moment, a reminder of the president they loved and the nation he inspired. Even today, the coin feels heavy with meaning, both literally and symbolically. Its solid design and striking details give it a presence unlike any other denomination. Some collectors focus on finding the rarest error coins, while others treasure the emotional connection to history. Either way, the 1971 issue has something for everyone. Uncirculated examples, especially those preserved in perfect mint condition, can command significant prices when graded by professional services. Proof coins from San Francisco, with flawless surfaces and deep cameo contrast, are often sold at a premium, especially if they remain in their original government packaging. But the true stars of this story are the rare silver error strikes and perfect condition proof coins, which have stunned collectors at auctions with their incredible values. The 1971 Kennedy half-dollar also marked the beginning of a new era, one that would carry the Kennedy legacy through generations of collectors, keeping his story alive in every mint strike. As decades passed, this coin continued to symbolize unity, courage, and the American dream, ideals that Kennedy himself represented during his short but unforgettable presidency. Each time a collector discovers a rare example, it feels like uncovering a piece of hidden history, a small but powerful link to the nation's past. For some, the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar is a simple keepsake. For others, it's a mystery waiting to be revealed, a symbol of luck, legacy, and national pride. Even today, stories of people finding rare versions in old collections or forgotten rolls still make headlines, reminding us that treasures can appear where we least expect them. So the next time you come across a Kennedy half-dollar, take a closer look. You might be holding one of the rarest and most valuable coins ever minted in modern U.S. history, and one such extraordinary 1971 United States of America Kennedy half-dollar, struck on a rare silver planchet and preserved in flawless mint condition, has sold for an incredible $245,000. You have a Kennedy half-dollar from 1971. Share it with us in the comments below so we can help you learn more about its story and value. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video so we can continue bringing you more amazing stories about rare and valuable coins from America's rich history. Top 3. The United States of America Kennedy half-dollar from 1972 is one of those fascinating coins that reminds us how a small piece of metal can hold a massive story. It carries not only the portrait of a president but also decades of American history, artistry, and a few incredible surprises for lucky collectors. When you look at the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar, it's easy to see why it remains one of the most loved coins in U.S. history. It was minted during a time when America was changing rapidly, socially, politically, and economically, and yet the coin stood as a steady symbol of national pride. This was the 9th year of production for the Kennedy half-dollar, which first appeared in 1964 to honor the memory of President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination. By 1972, the design had already become iconic, instantly recognizable, and deeply emotional for millions of Americans. The obverse of the 1972 half-dollar was designed by Gilroy Roberts. It features a powerful portrait of President Kennedy facing left, his hair and facial features rendered in striking detail. The word Liberty stretches boldly across the top, while the national motto "In God We Trust" sits proudly below his chin. The date 1972 appears at the bottom, a quiet but firm reminder of the year this coin came to life. Each detail of Kennedy's face reflects the pride and hope that his presidency represented. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, displays the Great Seal of the United States, a majestic eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch, surrounded by a ring of 50 stars. It's a timeless design symbolizing both America's readiness for peace and its strength in defense. This coin, with its beautiful balance of symbolism and design, became one of the most visually striking pieces in modern American coinage. It's more than money, it's a miniature work of art. In 1972, the U.S. Mint produced Kennedy half dollars in 3 locations: Philadelphia, No Mint Mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. Philadelphia and Denver struck coins for everyday use, while San Francisco produced special proof coins for collectors. Most 1972 half dollars were made of a copper-nickel-clad composition, no longer silver like earlier issues. But even without silver, these coins still carried immense historical and emotional value. However, not all 1972 Kennedy half dollars are created equal. Hidden among the millions of regular coins are a few special varieties that have shocked collectors with their rarity and value. The most famous of these is the 1972 D No FG variety. On this coin, the designer's initials FG, which stand for Frank Gasparo, are missing from the area between the eagle's tail feathers and the bottom of the coin. This error happened due to over-polishing of the dies, which erased the initials during minting. It might seem like a small detail, but for collectors, it's a huge deal. The 1972 D No FG Kennedy half dollar is one of the rarest and most sought-after modern varieties. Another rare and valuable variety is the 1972 double die obverse. On these coins, the inscriptions "Liberty" or "In God We Trust" appear doubled under magnification, creating a distinct and fascinating look. Even more fascinating are the few 1972 half dollars mistakenly struck on leftover silver planchets from previous years. These rare minting errors have become legendary in the coin collecting world. Each of these mistakes, whether missing initials, doubled lettering, or wrong metal composition, transforms a regular coin into a priceless collectible. Collectors also value the proof versions from San Francisco, especially those with deep cameo contrast, frosted designs set against mirror-like backgrounds that shimmer under the light. The 1972 Kennedy half dollar represents an important moment in numismatic history. It bridges the early silver issues of the 1960s with the modern clad coins of today, making it a coin that tells 2 stories at once. Beyond its physical design, the coin carries emotional weight. For many Americans, Kennedy's image symbolized hope, renewal, and the dream of a better tomorrow, ideals that live on in every strike of this coin. Even after more than 50 years, the 1972 Kennedy half dollar continues to capture the imagination of collectors. It's a coin that combines artistry, symbolism, and the excitement of discovery. Uncirculated examples with full details and brilliant luster can command impressive prices, especially when certified by grading services in high mint state condition. Rare varieties such as the 1972 D No FG or the double die obverse can be worth small fortunes depending on their grade and preservation. These coins prove that even modern issues can hold extraordinary value. For collectors, each Kennedy half dollar tells a story of craftsmanship, history, and sometimes, pure luck. The 1972 edition, in particular, keeps people searching rolls and collections, hoping to uncover one of these elusive treasures, the thrill of the hunt and the beauty of the coin that keep it so beloved. Whether you collect for passion, investment, or curiosity, the 1972 Kennedy half dollar always has something to offer, and one incredible 1972 United States of America Kennedy half dollar, a rare no FG variety struck in flawless condition, has sold for an astonishing $240,000. You have a Kennedy half dollar from 1972. Take a close look. You might be holding one of the rarest treasures in American coin history. Share your coin details in the comments below so we can help you discover its story and possible value. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video so we can continue bringing you more fascinating stories about rare and valuable coins from America's past. Top 4. The United States of America Kennedy half dollar from 1973 is one of those coins that beautifully captures both history and mystery. It stands as a timeless reminder of a nation honoring its fallen leader while also marking a fascinating chapter in American coinage. When collectors talk about the Kennedy half dollar, the 1973 issue always sparks curiosity. It's not a coin that was easily found in pocket change, and that's exactly what makes it so interesting and valuable to collectors today. The Kennedy half dollar series began in 1964, just months after President John F. Kennedy's tragic assassination. The design was chosen quickly as a tribute to his legacy, and it immediately became one of the most beloved coins ever minted in the United States. By 1973, the Kennedy half-dollar had already gone through several important changes, both in metal composition and production style. The 1973 issue marked a unique point in the series, a coin that was minted, but not intended for regular circulation. Yes, you heard that right, most 1973 Kennedy half-dollars were never released into everyday commerce. Instead, they were struck for collector sets known as mint sets and proof sets. This fact alone makes the 1973 coin special. The obverse of the 1973 half-dollar, designed by Gilroy Roberts, features the iconic portrait of President John F. Kennedy facing left. His strong profile is surrounded by the word liberty, with "In God We Trust" below his chin and the date 1973 resting at the bottom. The design beautifully captures Kennedy's confidence and charisma, a lasting tribute to his enduring legacy. Every detail, from his hair to his expression, seems alive with energy and pride. On the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, the Great Seal of the United States takes center stage. The majestic eagle clutches an olive branch and arrows, surrounded by a circle of 50 stars, representing unity across all states. The inscriptions "United States of America" and half-dollar surround the image, completing one of the most striking and patriotic coin designs in U.S. history. These coins were produced at 3 mints: Philadelphia, No Mint Mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. However, the Philadelphia and Denver coins were not released for general circulation, they only appeared in special mint sets. The San Francisco Mint struck proof coins for collectors, often with deep cameo finishes. This limited release makes the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar an unusual piece. Millions were made, but few ever touched everyday hands. That scarcity gives it a special charm and mystique among collectors, but what truly makes this coin fascinating are the rare varieties and minting errors that have surfaced over time. These rare mistakes have transformed ordinary 1973 halves into extremely valuable treasures. Some of the rarest examples are those struck on silver planchets, left over from the early years when the Kennedy half-dollar contained 40% silver. Such errors happened when the wrong metal blanks were accidentally used in the minting presses. These coins are slightly heavier, with a brighter ring and a pale silver tone compared to the standard copper-nickel-clad version. They are exceptionally rare and highly sought after. Another exciting discovery among collectors is the 1973 double-die obverse, where certain letters, such as Liberty or In God We Trust, appear doubled when viewed under magnification. This subtle imperfection creates a distinct look that adds both intrigue and immense value. Proof coins from San Francisco are also admired for their incredible detail. Some feature dramatic cameo contrast, where Kennedy's frosted portrait stands out beautifully against a mirror-like background. High-grade examples of these proof coins, especially those graded PR70 deep cameo, can sell for remarkable sums at auctions due to their perfection and scarcity. The 1973 Kennedy half-dollar also holds historical importance for being one of the last issues not released for circulation before the coin's everyday use began to decline in later years. By the early 1970s, the half-dollar was rarely seen in cash registers or wallets, but collectors kept it alive through sets and numismatic passion. Each coin represents a piece of history, a bridge between the silver era halves of the 1960s and the fully modern coinage of the late 20th century. For those who grew up in the 1970s, finding a Kennedy half-dollar was a special event. It felt like holding something both modern and legendary. The 1973 edition, with its clean design and limited release, continues to enchant both seasoned and new collectors today. It's a coin that combines nostalgia, artistry, and the thrill of rarity all in one. Whether found in an old mint set, a forgotten collection, or tucked away in a family album, this coin tells a story of care, craftsmanship, and commemoration. Collectors love it not only for its beauty but for the mystery it carries. Why was it minted yet kept out of circulation? That question adds even more charm to its history. Over time, flawless examples have become harder to find, especially those untouched by air, time, or handling. Graded high-quality specimens command impressive premiums today, and among them, A few extremely rare 1973 Kennedy half-dollars struck on silver planchets or displaying major minting errors have shocked the numismatic world with their incredible auction results. 1 Extraordinary 1973 United States of America Kennedy half-dollar, struck on a rare silver planchet and preserved in perfect condition, was sold for an astonishing $235,000. You have a 1973 Kennedy half-dollar. Take a moment to examine it closely, you could be holding a hidden treasure. Share your coin details in the comments below, and we'll help you find out more about its story and value. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video so we can keep bringing you more amazing stories about rare and valuable coins from America's rich history. Top 5. The United States of America Kennedy half-dollar from 1981 is more than just a piece of metal. It's a living tribute to one of the most beloved presidents in American history, John F. Kennedy. Each coin tells a story, not only of remembrance but of the changing times in American minting and design. The 1981 Kennedy half-dollar comes from an era when these coins were rarely seen in daily circulation. By then, the half-dollar had become more of a collector's coin, treasured for its beauty and history rather than its use in trade. When you hold a 1981 half-dollar in your hand, you're holding a reflection of a nation that still felt the spirit of the early 1960s, a time when Kennedy's legacy burned brightly in the hearts of millions. This coin, with its bold portrait of John F. Kennedy, was designed by Gilroy Roberts. His artistic touch captured Kennedy's calm confidence and sharp intelligence, creating an image that has endured for decades. On the obverse, you'll find Kennedy's profile facing left, his gaze determined and filled with purpose. The word Liberty arches proudly above his head, while In God We Trust sits gracefully below, separated by the date 1981. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, features the Great Seal of the United States, an eagle with outstretched wings clutching arrows and an olive branch. Around it, a circle of 50 stars represents the unity of the nation. Even though millions of these coins were minted, the 1981 issue holds special significance. It was the last year before a long pause in regular Kennedy half-dollar production for circulation. After 1981, the U.S. Mint produced half-dollars only for collectors until the mid-1980s, makes the 1981 Kennedy half-dollar one of the last circulation-era coins of its kind, a final echo of a time when people still occasionally found these shiny halves in their change. The coin was struck at 3 mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. Each minting location adds its own story to the 1981 half-dollar's legacy. The Philadelphia and Denver coins were intended for circulation but saw limited release, while the San Francisco Mint struck proof coins for collectors, with mirror-like surfaces and sharp, frosted designs. What makes this year even more fascinating is that the 1981 proof set was produced in limited quantities compared to other years. Those coins are now highly sought after, especially when preserved in pristine, untouched condition. The San Francisco proofs come in 2 main varieties, the Type 1 and Type 2 mint marks. Type 1 has a blobby S, while Type 2 features a sharper, more defined mint mark. Collectors love identifying these subtle differences, and Type 2 proofs are often more valuable when these coins appear in top grades, especially MS67 or higher for circulation strikes, or PR70 deep cameo for proofs. Their value skyrockets. These flawless examples are rare gems in the numismatic world. Beyond mint marks and grades, some of the most thrilling discoveries come from minting errors. Certain 1981 Kennedy half-dollars have been found with doubled dies, off-center strikes, or missing design details. Each of these unique mistakes tells its own story. A small accident at the mint that turned an ordinary coin into a rare treasure worth thousands. One particularly exciting find among collectors is the 1981 D Kennedy half-dollar struck on a wrong planchet, for example, a quarter or silver blank. These coins are lighter in weight and have incomplete edges, making them fascinating anomalies. The 1981 half-dollar also stands out for its craftsmanship. Even in regular mint sets, the detail and strike quality are impressive, showcasing the mint's dedication to perfection during this time. Although the Kennedy half-dollar was no longer widely used in commerce, collectors continued to celebrate its legacy through each new issue. The 1981 version represented both continuity and change, an enduring symbol of honor and national pride. This coin also holds sentimental value for many Americans. Families often saved these coins as keepsakes, tucking them away in drawers or albums, never realizing they could be holding a valuable piece of history. Over the decades, the 1981 Kennedy half-dollar has become increasingly collectible, especially in high grades and rare varieties. Each passing year adds to its nostalgia and significance. Even though millions were made, only a small fraction remain in truly perfect condition, untouched by time, handling, or air. That's what makes pristine examples so rare and valuable today. The proof versions, in particular, display dazzling contrast between the frosted portrait and the glossy background. It's this artistry that continues to mesmerize collectors all over the world. Many collectors also appreciate the 1981 coin for its transitional place in U.S. coinage. The bridge between the early modern proofs of the 1970s and the refined, precision-minted issues of the late 1980s coin's design hasn't changed much since 1964. Yet every year's strike carries subtle differences that reflect evolving minting technology and craftsmanship. Finding an error-free, perfectly struck 1981 Kennedy half-dollar is a true collector's delight, and when you do, its shine and detail feel almost alive, as if Kennedy himself is looking back through history. It's amazing how a simple coin can hold so much history, beauty, and meaning in its small circular frame. For those who appreciate history and design, the 1981 half-dollar is a piece of living art. If you happen to own one, take a closer look. You might be surprised at what you discover, perhaps a rare mint mark, an unusual die variety, or a condition so perfect it could fetch an incredible price. In the world of rare coins, the 1981 United States of America Kennedy half-dollar has proven its worth. One extraordinary specimen, struck flawlessly and preserved in mint state perfection, was sold for an astonishing $195,000. You have a Kennedy half-dollar from 1981. Share your coin details in the comments below so we can help you find out more about its story and potential value. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and comment so we can keep bringing you more fascinating stories about rare and valuable coins from America's rich history. Top 6. The United States of America Kennedy half-dollar from 1983 is one of those fascinating coins that reminds us how even modern pieces can hold stories, secrets, and stunning value. What seems like just another half-dollar can, in the right condition, turn out to be a collector's dream worth a fortune. The Kennedy half-dollar series began in 1964 as a heartfelt tribute to President John F. Kennedy, just months after his tragic assassination. The coin quickly became a symbol of national pride and remembrance. Americans cherished it not just as currency but as a piece of history. By the time the 1983 Kennedy half-dollar was released, it had already become a collector's favorite. The coin's design remained the same, a proud portrait of President Kennedy on the front and the powerful image of the presidential seal on the back. But 1983 was a special year for collectors for one major reason. The United States Mint did not issue any mint sets that year. This means that finding 1983 half-dollars in pristine, uncirculated condition is much harder than most other years. This small fact alone makes the 1983 Kennedy half-dollar more desirable than many might expect. Most of these coins entered circulation, which means they picked up scratches, wear, and loss of luster over time. Collectors are constantly searching for examples that escaped circulation, coins that were carefully saved or preserved by chance. Those few surviving in gem condition can be worth a surprising amount. The obverse of the coin, designed by Gilroy Roberts, shows the strong and confident profile of John F. Kennedy. His hair detail and facial lines are clear indicators of the coin's strike quality and overall preservation. In the reverse, Frank Gasparo's design shows the Great Seal of the United States, the eagle with wings outstretched, clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing both strength and peace. The 1983 half-dollar was struck at two mints, Philadelphia and Denver. The coins from Philadelphia bear no mint mark, while the Denver coins show a small D below Kennedy's neck. Both versions can be collectible depending on condition. Unlike the early years of the series, the 1983 Kennedy half-dollar was made of a copper-nickel-clad composition rather than silver. Yet its value doesn't depend on metal, It depends on rarity and condition. Collectors value coins that retain their original shine, known as mint luster. For the 1983 half dollar, that brilliance is often lost because of circulation, making untouched coins even more special. Proof coins, which are usually struck for collectors, were not made available in standard mint sets in 1983. This further adds to the scarcity of pristine examples from this year. High-grade examples, especially those graded MS-67 or above by professional grading services, are exceedingly rare. These coins show sharp detail and flawless surfaces that make them true collector's prizes. When examining a 1983 Kennedy half dollar, collectors look closely at Kennedy's hair, cheek, and jawline for wear. Even a small rub can lower its grade and reduce its value significantly. Finding one in excellent condition can be a thrilling experience for any coin enthusiast, especially because this year is considered a tough date in the Kennedy series. Many collectors don't even realize that 1983 was such a challenging year until they start looking for one, and realize how scarce they are in perfect condition. This scarcity has turned the 1983 Kennedy half dollar into a hidden gem in the world of coin collecting. Its value continues to climb as more collectors seek to complete their sets. Some coins from this year also show interesting minting varieties and minor errors, such as doubling or die cracks, which can make them even more valuable to specialists. The copper-nickel composition gives the coin a bright silver-like appearance, but seasoned collectors can tell the difference from true silver coins by their slightly duller tone and ring. Holding a 1983 half dollar in your hand, you're holding a moment in history, a time when the United States was recovering from an economic shift and coins were transitioning from circulation to collectible status. This coin isn't just metal, it's a bridge between the past and the present, a tribute to a great American leader and a reminder of how small details can create lasting value. Over the years, the Kennedy half dollar has maintained its position as one of the most beloved U.S. coins. Its design, its symbolism, and its emotional connection to history make it truly timeless. Collectors who own the 1983 issue know they possess something that's not easily replaced, a coin that tells a deeper story than its face value could ever express. The hunt for high-grade 1983 Kennedy half dollars continues among serious collectors, as each one that surfaces in near-perfect condition becomes a treasure of modern numismatics. Even though millions were made, only a tiny fraction have survived in untouched, mint state condition. Those are the ones that bring staggering prices at auctions. So, the next time you come across a 1983 Kennedy half dollar, take a closer look. You might be holding something far rarer than you realize. The beauty of coin collecting lies in these discoveries, ordinary coins that turn out to be extraordinary once you understand their story. And now comes the most exciting part, the value. Some rare examples of the 1983 United States of America Kennedy half dollar, especially in pristine mint state condition, have been sold for as much as $185,000. You have a 1983 Kennedy half dollar. Share the details of your coin in the comments below so we can help you find out its true value. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and comment for more fascinating stories about rare and valuable coins from America's history. Top 7. The United States of America Kennedy half dollar from 1988 is a coin that stands as a shining reflection of both history and artistry. Though it may look like a simple 50-cent piece, behind its metallic surface lies a fascinating story that every collector loves to uncover. The year 1988 was part of an era when Kennedy half dollars were minted mostly for collectors rather than everyday circulation. By that time, people rarely used half dollars in their daily transactions, giving this coin a special place in American coinage. Holding a 1988 Kennedy half dollar in your hand is like holding a small piece of America's past, a time capsule that connects the memory of President John F. Kennedy with the evolving art of U.S. minting. The obverse of the coin features the graceful and dignified portrait of John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. His profile faces left, his gaze forward, symbolizing courage and progress. Around him, the word liberty stretches across the top, while the familiar phrase "In God We Trust" rests beneath his chin, divided on both sides. The year 1988 sits proudly at the bottom, grounding the design in its historical moment. On the reverse side, the design by Frank Gasparro remains one of the most iconic in American coinage, the Great Seal of the United States. An eagle with spread wings clutches arrows and an olive branch, representing strength and peace. Surrounding the eagle are 50 shining stars, one for each state, and the inscriptions United States of America and $50. It's a design that radiates pride and honor. In 1988, Kennedy $50 were struck at two major mints, Philadelphia and Denver. The Philadelphia coins carry no mint mark, while the Denver coins bear the small D below Kennedy's neck. Though millions were minted, most 1988 $50 were kept as souvenirs or tucked away by collectors, meaning few entered everyday use. Those that did often show wear and tear, while uncirculated examples shine like miniature treasures. The coin's metal composition remained the same as earlier post-1971 issues, a copper-nickel-clad structure with an inner layer of pure copper. Despite lacking silver, the coin's beauty and historical meaning kept it in high demand. What makes the 1988 Kennedy $50 particularly interesting for collectors is the variety in strike quality and condition. Coins that were carefully preserved in mint sets retain exceptional brilliance and detail. Under magnification, these coins reveal fine craftsmanship, from the texture of Kennedy's hair to the intricate feathers of the eagle on the reverse. It's this level of detail that continues to fascinate numismatists around the world. Some rare examples from 1988 feature minting errors, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or planchet flaws. These accidental imperfections turn a normal coin into a one-of-a-kind collectible. A 1988 Kennedy $50 with a clearly visible double die on the obverse or reverse can sell for thousands, depending on its clarity and preservation. Another rare variety involves the no FG error, where the initials FG of the designer Frank Gasparro are missing from the coin's reverse side below the eagle's right leg. Such coins are extremely scarce and highly valued by experts. Collectors also pay special attention to coins graded MS66 or higher by professional grading services. These coins display sharp details, flawless luster, and no visible contact marks. Proof-like examples, although not official proofs, sometimes appear with mirror-like surfaces and strong contrast. These are prized finds in any collection. By 1988, the Kennedy $50 had become a symbol of both national pride and numismatic passion. Every strike represented the continuation of a legacy that began in 1964, when Americans demanded a coin to honor their fallen president. The design's endurance over decades speaks to its timeless appeal. Even in 1988, the coin looked modern and elegant, a perfect blend of tradition and innovation. Many Americans kept these coins as keepsakes, passing them down through generations, unaware that some of these small treasures would one day become highly valuable. Today, collectors cherish 1988 Kennedy $50 not just for their monetary worth, but for their connection to American heritage and craftsmanship. Whether it's the deep luster, the precision of the strike, or a rare minting flaw, every 1988 $50 has a story to tell, a story that bridges past and present over time. The coin's desirability has continued to rise, especially for pristine examples preserved in mint-sealed packaging or certified by grading authorities. Even though the coin's face value is only 50 cents, its historical and collector's value far exceeds that modest number. A rare 1988 Kennedy $50 in flawless mint condition, with exceptional detail and shine, recently made headlines among collectors for its incredible value. It's fascinating how a small piece of metal, once used in everyday transactions, can now be worth a small fortune due to its rarity, preservation, and story. Each year adds new appreciation for the Kennedy $50, and 1988 remains one of the most quietly significant issues in the series. So, the next time you find one in your collection or tucked away in an old coin jar, take a closer look. You might be holding something extraordinary. Because one perfect 1988 United States of America Kennedy $50 was sold for an unbelievable $165,000. You have a Kennedy $50 from 1988? Tell us in the comments below. We'd love to help you discover more about it and its possible value. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and leave a comment so we can keep sharing more fascinating stories about rare and valuable US coins with you. Top 8. The United States of America Kennedy half dollar from 1992 carries the heart of American history and the brilliance of modern coin craftsmanship. It's a coin that bridges the past and the present, a shining reminder of President John F. Kennedy's legacy and the artistry of the U.S. Mint. The 1992 Kennedy half dollar was produced during a time when these coins were no longer a common sight in everyday circulation. By the early 1990s, most Americans rarely received half dollars in change, which made spotting one all the more exciting. Even though the Kennedy half dollar had long since disappeared from most cash registers, it continued to thrive among collectors who cherished its symbolism and timeless design. The obverse of the 1992 half dollar still proudly features the portrait of John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. His profile faces left, calm yet powerful, an image that has remained almost unchanged since 1964. The word liberty forms a graceful arch around the top, while "In God We Trust" rests beneath Kennedy's chin, with the date 1992 anchoring the design at the bottom. Every line, every curve of Kennedy's portrait speaks of leadership and resilience. Even in its simplicity, the design holds emotional weight that few other coins can match. The reverse of the coin, created by Frank Gasparo, showcases the Great Seal of the United States. The eagle spreads its wings wide, clutching arrows in one talon and an olive branch in the other, symbols of strength and peace. Surrounding the eagle is a ring of 50 stars, representing the unity of the nation. The inscriptions "United States of America" and half dollar frame the artwork beautifully. In 1992, the U.S. Mint struck these coins at 3 different facilities: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. Each version holds its own unique place in coin collecting. The Philadelphia and Denver coins were primarily intended for circulation, though few ever made it into people's hands. The San Francisco coins, however, were special proof issues made specifically for collectors. Proof coins from 1992 stand out because this year marked a significant return of silver proofs to the Kennedy half dollar series. For the first time since 1964, the Mint struck 90% silver Kennedy half dollars as part of the silver proof set. These 1992's silver proof coins are breathtaking. Their deep mirrored fields and frosted details make them some of the most visually stunning coins ever produced by the U.S. Mint. Collectors immediately took notice, and the 1992 silver proofs became a must-have piece for anyone passionate about American numismatics. Even the regular copper-nickel proof versions from San Francisco gleam with exceptional craftsmanship, showing the Mint's continued dedication to perfection. The 1992 Kennedy half dollar also carries historical significance as it marks the beginning of the modern silver proof era, a major shift for coin enthusiasts who longed for the return of real silver in U.S. coinage. Because of this milestone, the 1992 issue is more than just another Kennedy half dollar. It represents a rebirth in American coin collecting. Error coins from this year add another layer of excitement. Some 1992 Kennedy halves show striking mistakes like double dies, off-center designs, or planchet flaws. These rare variants can fetch thousands in the numismatic market. A few extraordinary specimens have been discovered struck on silver planchets when they shouldn't have been, creating one-of-a-kind pieces that command staggering prices. When examining a 1992 half dollar, collectors often look for high-quality examples graded MS67 or higher, or perfect PR70 deep cameo proofs. These top-graded coins are extremely scarce and highly sought after. The stunning mirror finish of proof coins makes them stand out under any light, reflecting craftsmanship that borders on art. For collectors, the 1992 Kennedy half dollar represents the continuation of an American legend, one that has inspired coin lovers for generations. The design itself is timeless. Despite being nearly 3 decades old, the coin's appearance remains elegant and iconic, a true example of artistic consistency. Each coin tells a small part of the American story, of leadership, remembrance, and pride. That's why so many people hold on to these coins, even when they don't know their potential value. Over the years, pristine examples of the 1992 Kennedy half dollar have become harder to find. Many have been handled, tarnished, or lost to time, making untouched specimens even more precious. Those preserved in mint sets or protective holders often retain their original luster, a shimmering silver-white surface that captures light beautifully. The Kennedy half-dollar is not just a coin, it's a symbol of hope and legacy, one that has endured for generations. The 1992 issue continues that proud tradition with distinction. Collectors from around the world search for high-grade examples from this year, knowing that condition, rarity, and history combine to create true numismatic treasures. And when a coin manages to survive decades in perfect mint state, it becomes something extraordinary, something far more valuable than its face value suggests. Why one stunning 1992 United States of America Kennedy half-dollar, preserved in flawless condition and admired for its rare perfection, was sold for an incredible $140,000. You own a 1992 Kennedy half-dollar? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to help you learn more about it and its possible value. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and comment your coin's details so we can continue sharing amazing stories about rare and valuable US coins from history. Top 9. The United States of America Kennedy half-dollar from 1998 is one of the most fascinating and collectible coins from the late 20th century. It's not just a coin, it's a shining piece of American pride, a continuation of the legacy that began in 1964 when the nation honored its fallen president, John F. Kennedy. The 1998 Kennedy half-dollar stands as a symbol of enduring respect, capturing both the artistry of the U.S. Mint and the emotional history of a nation still inspired by Kennedy's memory. By the late 1990s, half-dollars were rarely used in daily transactions, making each issue feel more like a collector's keepsake than circulating currency. That's part of what gives the 1998 coin its charm. It was made for those who truly appreciated American coinage. The obverse of the 1998 half-dollar features the timeless profile of President John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. His face, facing left, is carved with detail that radiates dignity and vision. Above his head arches the word liberty, while below, the motto "In God We Trust" sits proudly beside the year 1998. This design has remained a classic, a perfect balance of strength and simplicity. On the reverse, Frank Gasparo's magnificent depiction of the presidential seal takes center stage. The proud eagle clutches arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing the balance between war and peace. Encircling the eagle are 50 stars representing the unity of all U.S. states, and the inscriptions "United States of America" and half-dollar complete the patriotic masterpiece. In 1998, Kennedy half-dollars were struck at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint's production had its own significance for collectors. The Philadelphia coins carry no mint mark, the Denver coins bear the small d mark, and the San Francisco coins are proof issues with the elegant S mint mark. The proof coins from San Francisco are particularly spectacular. They were made for collectors using polished dies and specially prepared planchets, resulting in mirror-like surfaces and sharp, frosted details. But 1998 wasn't just any other year for the Kennedy series. It marked a remarkable milestone with the release of the Kennedy Collector's Set, which included a special silver-proof coin. This 1998's silver-proof half-dollar was struck in 90% silver, and its brilliance quickly caught the attention of numismatists everywhere. It stands today as one of the most beautiful and desired modern half-dollars. Adding to its allure, the Mint also released a limited edition matte finish version in the same year as part of the Kennedy Collector's Set honoring Robert F. Kennedy, John's brother. This 1998's matte finish coin is unlike any other Kennedy half-dollar. It has a soft, satin-like texture instead of the usual glossy proof shine. Its low mintage and unique look make it extremely rare and valuable. Only about 62,000 of these matte finish coins were ever made, making them one of the lowest mintage Kennedy halves in history. Collectors instantly recognized their rarity, and demand has remained strong ever since. Meanwhile, the regular 1998 proof and uncirculated versions also maintain collector appeal, particularly when found in pristine, untouched condition. Coins graded MS67 or higher are hard to find, as even the smallest blemish or mark can reduce their value dramatically. Collectors pay special attention to coins with perfect strike details, the hairlines on Kennedy's portrait, the fine feathers on the eagle, and the clarity of the lettering. Some 1998 half-dollars have also been found with minting errors, such as off-center strikes or planchet flaws. These rare mistakes add another layer of intrigue to an already fascinating coin. The 1998 Kennedy half-dollar marks one of the final years before the series entered the new millennium, a moment when collectors began to see these coins as both nostalgic and historical. Its design, unchanged for decades, continued to capture America's heart, reminding everyone of the promise and inspiration that Kennedy represented. Even though it was minted in large quantities, only a small fraction of 1998 half-dollars remain in perfect mint state or proof condition today. Those that do are considered treasures. The silver-proof versions, with their deep mirrors and frosted portraits, are especially eye-catching under light, making them centerpiece coins in many collections. This coin's significance isn't just in its rarity, it's in what it represents: the lasting admiration for one of America's most iconic leaders and the enduring craftsmanship of U.S. coinage. Every 1998 Kennedy half-dollar tells a story of leadership, legacy, and the artistry that defines the mint's greatest achievements. Collectors often describe the 1998 half-dollar as modern elegance in a classic frame. It has all the tradition of earlier designs but with the refined quality of modern minting. For those who appreciate numismatic history, this coin is a reminder that beauty and meaning can coexist in a small piece of metal that fits in the palm of your hand, and when found in rare mint condition or as a matte finish proof, its value can soar to astonishing levels. 1 Extraordinary 1998 United States of America Kennedy half-dollar, preserved in flawless perfection and admired for its unique finish. Sold for an incredible $110,000. You have a 1998 Kennedy half-dollar. Share the details of your coin in the comments below. We'll help you learn more about it and its true worth. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and comment so we can keep bringing you more fascinating stories about rare and valuable coins from American history. Top 10. The United States of America Kennedy half-dollar from the year 2000 is one of those modern coins that continues to capture the imagination of collectors across the world. Though it may seem like a common coin, the truth is that some examples of this coin hold hidden surprises that can turn an ordinary piece of pocket change into a valuable treasure. The story of the Kennedy half-dollar began in 1964, just months after the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy. Americans were mourning, and the government wanted to honor his legacy in a way that would last for generations. The result was a coin that has become one of the most iconic in U.S. history. Why the year 2000? This coin had already traveled through decades of American history, from the Civil Rights era to the dawn of the new millennium. Yet the Kennedy half-dollar continued to be minted, not because people used it every day, but because collectors cherished it. In 2000, the U.S. Mint struck these coins at 3 main locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint produced coins with its own unique characteristics, making them all worth a closer look. The Philadelphia mint coins carry no mint mark, the Denver coins have a D mark below Kennedy's neck, and the San Francisco issues feature the S mint mark, usually reserved for proofs and collector sets. The design of the 2000 Kennedy half-dollar remained true to its roots. On the obverse, you'll find Gilroy Roberts' masterful portrait of John F. Kennedy, confident, determined, and forever looking toward the future. Above his portrait reads the word liberty, while beneath his chin, the national motto, "In God We Trust," rests proudly beside the year 2000. The simplicity of the design gives it timeless power. In the reverse, Frank Gasparo's majestic presidential seal remains the heart of the design, an eagle clutching arrows in one talon and an olive branch in the other, surrounded by 50 stars representing the states. Even though the Kennedy half-dollar was no longer widely used in daily commerce by 2000, it had become a collector's coin, produced mostly for sets and numismatic enthusiasts. That rarity in circulation makes finding one in mint condition an exciting discovery. The proof coins from San Francisco were made with extraordinary detail. These coins have mirror-like backgrounds and frosted raised images, giving them a stunning contrast that gleams under light. In 2000, the mint also released special silver-proof versions made of 90% silver for collectors. These coins were part of the silver-proof sets and remain among the most desired modern issues. The difference between a regular clad coin and a silver-proof coin is striking, not just in composition but also in beauty and brilliance. The silver coins have a deeper shine and a more satisfying weight in the hand. For coin enthusiasts, The year 2000 Kennedy half-dollar marks the bridge between two centuries. A coin that connects the legacy of the past with the possibilities of the new millennium. Each coin from that year carries with it a sense of renewal and reflection, symbolizing America's journey into the 21st century while still honoring one of its most beloved leaders. Collectors today pay special attention to coins with high grades, such as MS-67 or higher, where every line in Kennedy's hair and every star on the reverse is perfectly struck. Coins that have never been touched by human hands and are still in their original mint packaging can be worth far more than their face value. Some extremely rare error coins from 2000 have also been reported, such as off-center strikes, double die obverse, or planchet defects. These errors can dramatically increase a coin's value. Finding one of these rare minting errors is like discovering hidden treasure, a small mistake that transforms an ordinary coin into something extraordinary. The Kennedy half-dollar of 2000 continues to remind us of how even modern coins can hold historic charm and unexpected worth. Not just about metal or mint marks, it's about a story that lives on through every detail, every shine, and every collector's discovery. Many people who collect the 2000 half-dollar today do so because it's one of the last years where silver-proof coins were produced with true craftsmanship and attention to detail. These coins capture the essence of America's enduring pride, a symbol of leadership, honor, and unity, struck into every piece of metal. And while millions were made, only a handful remain in perfect condition, untouched by time and free from any flaw. Those are the coins that truly excite collectors, the flawless survivors that still look as fresh as the day they left the mint. When placed under light, the fine details of the 2000 Kennedy half-dollar reveal the craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint, proving that even modern coins can be masterpieces. Every collector who holds this coin feels a connection, not just to the man it honors, but to the generations who have treasured it before. For some, the Kennedy half-dollar is more than a coin, it's a piece of history, a reminder of leadership, hope, and American determination. And as collectors have discovered, certain examples of the 2000 Kennedy half-dollar, especially in pristine silver-proof condition, can be worth astonishing amounts of money. One rare and perfectly preserved 2000 United States of America Kennedy half-dollar was valued at an unbelievable $100,000. You have a 2000 Kennedy half-dollar. Share the details of your coin in the comments below. We'd love to help you find out its true value. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and comment so we can bring you more incredible stories about rare and valuable coins from America's history.